Hello and welcome, my friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you guys so very much for spending some time with me today and watching this video. This reading is going to be my group reading for the Perseid Meteor Shower. On August 12th, the Perseid Meteor Shower is going to hit its height. It's going to be the most visible and the most powerful. So on the 12th, we're going to be able to embrace some amazing energies. Now, meteor showers themselves are beautiful, especially for those people who are lucky enough to be able to partake and witness such an amazing event. Now, many of us may live in the city or in environments where we're not seeing this beautiful meteor shower. Don't worry, you can tap into this amazing energy. Now, when you see a meteor shower, whether it be through video or in person, you see this amazing, awe-inspiring light show, if you will. The falling meteors cause quite the display in the night sky. This amazing event helps us tap into some spiritual insight and enlightenment. This wisdom that the meteor shower shares with us helps us dive into some of those darker, shadowy areas within ourselves. Just as the meteors themselves light up the sky as they descend towards the earth, that wisdom lights up the sky and lights up our darker areas as it descends towards us. When I saw that the Perseid meteor shower was coming in and it was going to be lighting up our sky in August, I created this spread to embrace and highlight the information that the meteor shower is going to offer us. Now, the Perseid meteor shower is a larger meteor shower. Meteor showers happen throughout the year. I wanted to create a very basic and simple spread that you can use for any meteor shower as they come up for you. So like always, I have a link below to this spread so you can access it whenever you need and in the future. The deck I chose for this week, I had to go with the Wild Unknown Tarot. We are unsure of what wisdom and insight this meteor shower holds for us, and I felt that the Wild Unknown was the perfect deck for this reading. And like always, I have a link below to this deck, so should it speak to you, you can go check it out for yourselves. Now, the selections I have for this week, I have Fluorite, Tiger Eye, and I have Sodalite. I want you to quickly look at these crystals and choose whichever one resonates with you the most right now. And then head below into the description box where you're going to find timestamps. Click on that correlating timestamp to the crystal that resonates with you right now, and it'll take you straight to your reading, and I will see you there. Hello and welcome, my Fluorite friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full tarot deck here, so you get the most comprehensive and meaningful reading for you. Without further ado, let's see what the Perseid Meteor Shower wants to share. So of course we're going to start off on question 1 of the spread. What wisdom does the universe want to share with my Fluorite friends? The Emperor. 4th card in the Major Arcana. It's that stability and structure card. The Emperor emphasizes the importance of routine and stability within our day so that we are able to have that strong foundation of growth. When we have that strong foundation, we're able to achieve more within our day and our lifetime. We open up more opportunities. When we are grounded, we are centered, and we are focusing in on the here and now, we're strengthening ourselves. We are strengthening and supporting our environment. When we feel stable and strong, that's when you find that those around you start to restabilize and feel stronger in themselves. It's kind of a catchy energy. That stable, supportive environment is essential not only for our growth, but the growth of those around us, those important individuals in our lives. Just like when you have a forest, you have one healthy tree, the trees around it are usually as healthy. They're enduring the same environment, just like we and our family are. Focusing in and giving that extra time, especially this week, regarding that structure, that routine and stabilization, will go a long way for you in opening you up to the possibilities and opportunities that this week, especially as the Perseid Meteor Shower will taper off throughout the end of this week into the next week, we have that ability to engage and embrace these energies, which of course will help us for our greater good. So on to question 2. How can my fluorite friends better connect with the information that is being shared with them? The 5 of Wands. In tarot, 5s are always a conflicting number. Always brings in that element of change and instability. That wand is that passion center. One of the ways that we can better connect in and receive and embrace this information of stability and routine, well, it's going to be combating our ego. Those conflicting views, passions, ideas, and most importantly, that negative self-talk breaks us down, starts to whittle away at this very amazing, stable self. We all have the ability to be stable. We all have that ability and consciousness to implement strategies and skills to help us with that stability, that groundedness. Our ego likes to take away from it. That negative self-talk is a big aspect. Those negative views, feelings, and emotions start to really weigh us down, causing stagnation and stuckness. We have to challenge those views, feelings, and thoughts, and take back our own power by flooding them with light and love. You can't negatively talk down to yourself if you're talking yourself up and embracing that high vibrational energy. This is more of an oil and water energy rather than a yin and yang energy. You can't have both. They don't mix well. Focusing in on that light and love will go a long way in flooding out and releasing some of these thoughts and feelings. Late last week, I did a video meditation with Archangel Raguel. And it's a good one right now to embrace. It will help with that stability as it challenges some of these views of self. Releasing some of these lower views, feelings, and beliefs of self. Be a fantastic way to embrace some of these energies because you are taking that love and light energy and starting to release some of these core beliefs and feelings about self that are rooted deep within us. So we need to be very mindful of that negative self-talk. And when it starts to come up, it's when you start to shut it down. Bring in the light and love. Your ego knows how to hit you hard, knows how to push all the right buttons. Use some critical thinking. Use that stabilizing energy to bring in the love for self. releasing that negativity which is slowing you down. On to the third question. What energy does the Perseid Meteor Shower want to share with my Fluorite friends? The Holy Grail, the Ace of Cups. Aces are a gift and a beginning. The meteor shower encourages you to, flood away and release some of this negativity. Embrace this amazing stability, and most importantly, that love and intuition. The Holy Grail, this amazing vessel that will carry that universal energy of unconditional love, that intuitive power, will serve you so much better than that ego, aggression, and conflict. When we allow ourselves to be open to that loving energy, whether it be from self, the universe, our friends and family, we're more open to that high vibrational insight, wisdom, and most importantly, creativity. It's very hard to be creative and embrace that element of passion when we are stuck in that negative self-talk, that conflictual energy. Our mind is so caught up in this conflict that it's missing out on some amazing creative aspects and opportunities that have been there for you. It's just we've been so caught up in this. The Perseid Meteor Shower is offering you some amazing opportunities to expand that creativity, to embrace and amplify that loving energy. On to question 4. How can my Fluorite friends better connect with the energies of the Perseid Meteor Shower? The Hierophant, the 5th card in the Major Arcana. He's literally the keeper of keys. The original card that Pamela Coleman Smith drew has this Pope figure, and there's 2 individuals kneeling before him, and in between them on the stairs are these keys. They're crossing each other. The more we're open to ourselves, our true abilities, those amazing creative aspects of self, the more we're going to be open to the doors and opportunities that the universe is offering us. The Hierophant is an energy. He's a teacher. He's a leader. And usually a leader in that spiritual endeavor. And that's what we're looking at. These opportunities are resonating in the spiritual realm. However, just like everything else, it's connected to that physical and everyday aspect. The more opportunities we embrace, we seek out, the more we're going to find it positively impacting our everyday and our physical lifestyle. There is much abundance associated with these opportunities. Some of that abundance you're going to see, of course, in that spiritual realm, your spiritual self. But what's more is a lot of it is going to come into the physical realm. We need that physical abundance to support us in growing and creating that stability within ourselves. And that stability is essential for opening more doors, more opportunities, and of course, more abundance. Now we do have double 5s here, 5 of Wands and the Hierophant. In angel messages, unlike tarot, multiple 5s mean a positive change is coming, and that we need to be excited for this new opportunity and experiences. This adventure is going to be amazing. Staying in that light and love will help you to embrace the opportunities and abundance that awaits you. So we're going to go on to now question 5. Let's add more 5s to our table here. What has been hiding deep in the shadows from my fluorite friends? The Four of Wands. Now, like this Emperor, fours in tarot are about stability. They're about that foundation. Now, the Four of Wands, we're looking at that aspect of passion, that creativity. This is the passion-based creativity, and this is the intuitive-based creativity. That's your yin and yang of creativity, the masculine and the feminine. You need both aspects to create meaningful pieces and aspects within ourselves. Now, the Four of Wands is much more than just the creativity card. The Four of Wands is a rite of passage card. And what the meteor shower is offering you is very much that passage away from that negativity, that negative self-talk and defeatist attitude, and embracing that amazing, high vibrational, intuitive based support. And let's be honest, that addition of light and love into our everyday will not only help us feel better, it's going to raise our vibration, and again, offering even more opportunities, more growth, and of course, more abundance. Now, of course, we have that double 4 in angel messages. That double 4, the angels are telling you that this is a time to focus on and reinforce that foundation that you're going to need. This rite of passage, if you will, has been hidden within ourselves. Our ego has done a fantastic job of hiding it from us. Taking that time, allowing the meteor shower to light up this passageway for you through that loving energy. Like I said, that light and love goes a lot further than that defeatist, negative, low vibrational energy. And we'll head on to question 6. How can my fluorite friends shed more light into their shadow areas to gain more insight from what has been hidden from them? The High Priestess. The second card in the Major Arcana, she too is a gatekeeper. The gatekeeper of that higher knowledge. The Hierophant is a gatekeeper as well. You actually have now 3 different rite of passage cards. In the original cards, the High Priestess and the Hierophant are both seated in between pillars, which makes them a gatekeeper card. Anytime you see that pillar, or here it's kind of like a weird vortex, that archway, you're looking at that rite of passage. The Hierophant and the High Priestess are working together here to open up even more opportunities, offering you more insight, wisdom, guidance, of course, abundance. Of course, we're talking with the High Priestess, those intuitive skills. We saw in the Ace of Cups that intuition is very important to you. It's important to all of us. We all have intuitive abilities. Right now, we all have different degrees of ability. It's up to us to put the hard work in to strengthen that skill. It's part of what the High Priestess is offering you. Using those intuitive abilities, especially during August 12th, where we have the height of the Perseid Meteor Shower. Taking that time, setting those intentions on Wednesday, so that you are able to embrace and work on these skills. When we take that time and we set those intentions and we give ourselves the time and energy to sit down, calm our minds, start to embrace in some of these amazing energies, you'll be surprised at what is going to come forward. The hardest piece will be calming your ego. Like I said, that meditation that I did with Archangel Raguel would be fantastic. Just make sure that when you do a meditation or you are sitting down to work with these abilities, that you have a pen and paper close at hand. When you have pen and paper close at hand, you can start to work on some automatic writing or drawing. In a meditative state, your ego does not have priority. It's your intuition that does. And using those skills and abilities, using the tools that are right at hand, will help you to gain that guidance, to gain that understanding. This is how you're going to shed more light on those aspects that are hidden within ourselves. And we all have those aspects. The High Priestess and the Hierophant will direct you to what it is that's going to be meaningful right now. And finally, how can my fluorite friends balance the light and dark within themselves? Now, we all have light and dark aspects. Many of us may have different balances of light and dark. There's a lot that we need to kind of work through and embrace. It's bringing in more aspects of self into light for that authenticity. That's going to be a big support for us. It's going to help us along this journey. I love it when I can predict the cards without even looking at them. It's kind of a scary card, but it's the Nine of Swords. It's known as the anxiety and depression card. We have to unwind and untangle ourselves from some of this emotional state that the ego has put us in. The Nine of Swords, like I said, is the anxiety and depression card. Swords themselves don't carry emotion. It's us as emotional beings that have attached emotion to these events and situations. And it's that emotional attachment that is causing the issues. Your ego, like I said, likes to throw in all these cards. It knows how to push all your buttons. It drives these swords in deeper and in a more painful state when we are trying to explore and expand. We're trying to create growth and fulfillment in our lives. Growth, fulfillment, those are scary words to your ego. Drives those swords in even deeper. Being mindful of where these emotions, where these fears are coming from, will go a long way in understanding and embracing what the meteor shower is offering you. To cocoon ourselves and try and brace for the pain will only cause more stagnation. And eventually the universe will come in and it'll kick in the tower and you'll get zapped in the butt so that that stagnation isn't there anymore. We have free will right now. We have the ability to start to work on and heal some of these swords. Take away that ego power and embrace that high vibrational intuitive power rather than the lower vibrational one, helping us step into our own powers, our own gifts, and embrace who we are. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me today and watching this video. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful, and you're able to gain some insight and direction into what the meteor shower is offering you. If you liked this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. There is so much more amazing coming your way, my friends. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss out on any of this amazing insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my fluorite friends. Hello and welcome, my tiger eye friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full deck of the tarot cards here, so you get the most comprehensive and meaningful reading for you. Without further ado, let's see what the Perseid Meteor Shower wants to share. We're going to start off, of course, on question 1 of the spread that I created there. What wisdom does the universe want to share with my tiger eye friends? Strength. Now this deck has strength in the 11th position. Now, strength is a funny card. As you get into tarot, you're going to notice some decks have strength in the 8th position, and others, similar to the Wild Unknown, have it in the 11th. Arthur Waite decided to shift positions of strength and justice. He did this because he created what's known as the Fool's Journey, a journey between all the major arcana. And it made more sense that justice was in the 11th position while strength in the 8th. I always read strength in the 8th position because I find it very helpful to take the Fool's Journey sometimes. Go through and meditate with the different major arcana and go through that Fool's Journey. So, strength. This is the message and wisdom that the universe wants to share with you, my tiger eye friends. Strength talks about those inner abilities, those inner pieces that we use to overcome challenges. And it's not just overcoming the challenge. It's part of who we are, that individuality and self that we know. When we start to take our skills and abilities and make them our own, putting our little twists and nuances onto them, that's when they become more powerful. They become more useful to us. The universe wants to remind you of the importance of individuality and that need to shift things for your greater good. We have to tame those lions, but we don't have to do it in the same manner. When we add that twist of self and ownership, that's when we get that fulfillment and that meaning through that experience, helping us to raise our vibration and understanding of what it is we were supposed to learn. The Perseid Meteor Shower is being really clear. We need to take that ownership. We need to put those twists on our skills and abilities so that we're not trying to carbon copy someone else, that we're taking our own abilities, embracing that power, and combining it with that universal energy, that infinite energy source that we all have access to. Let's go into the second question. How can my tiger eye friends better connect with the information that has been shared with them? The Four of Pentacles. Fours are a foundational number. They talk about that importance of grounding and structure. When you have the Four of Pentacles, because you are looking at that earth energy or that earth element, that need for grounding is essential. And it's not just practicing grounding skills. It's one aspect of it. Another is that grounding within self so we have that better understanding of those skills and abilities. It's one thing to say, yes, I can do something. It's another to feel and understand what it means to do that. For example, you can get somebody who can bake a cake and it tastes right? You get another person who adds that understanding, that creativity, and most importantly, that passion for what they do, and it tastes amazing. They can follow that same recipe, but they're missing that ownership. So grounding in within ourselves, within our abilities, and taking that time to embrace who we are will create that foundation for those amazing abilities to flourish. And you'll have more opportunities to start to activate and utilize those amazing skills. So on to the third question. What energy does the meteor shower want to share with my tiger eye friends? The Ace of Swords. Those aha moments. There is a lot of wisdom and insight that the meteor shower wants to share. Taking that time and embracing all the wisdom, guidance, and support that the meteor shower can share with us. Like I said in the introduction, meteor showers light up the sky. Well, the meteor shower can also light up and energize those shadowy aspects of self, helping for better connections and understanding of those skills and abilities. Those, aha moments. And it's in those aha moments that are going to help you connect in, creating a stronger foundation, and, this is really a nice one, more abundance. The more connected we are within ourselves, the better understanding we have about what we can do, the more we're going to be able to achieve. These aha moments will start to connect the dots. All of these pieces help to raise your vibration. You raise your vibration, the universe starts to reward you with even more opportunities and more abundance, including that financial one that so many of us are struggling with right now. Got to remember, aces are that new beginning, those aha pieces. Like I said in the introduction as well, not all of us are going to be able to witness the meteor shower in its natural environment or state. Taking that time to meditate, to calm your mind, and being open to these aha moments. You can watch online or through other videos of the meteor shower. You'll still be able to embrace that energy, that aha moment. The important piece is taking the time and setting those intentions, opening yourself up for this information, this guidance. On to question 4. How can my tiger eye friends better connect with the energies of the Perseid meteor shower? Love it. The Ace of Cups. Like I just said here, aces are that gift, that new beginning. Trusting in our abilities, especially that intuitive aspect. That intuition will go a long way in understanding and receiving some of these messages. And I know many of us are working on and trying to hone our abilities to connect in, our clairs, connecting into our higher self and our intuition. Part of it that we're missing is that creative aspect. There's a couple essential components to creativity. One is that passion aspect, and another that is just as important is that intuitive aspect, When we have and utilize our intuition into our creativity, that helps give the guidance of the universe, helps give us those aha moments, helps to fill in some of the dots a little bit more clearer than what they were coming in before. Taking the time and being open to all aspects of self and creativity will go a long way, especially on August 12th. I said to take the time to meditate. You could also take that time to partake in some automatic journaling, or automatic writing, where you just start to write words down. You get out of your head, you're not looking at spelling, you're not looking at how you're writing the words. You are zoning out and allowing those high vibrational beings to send you information, and you're putting them down. Sometimes it's into words, sometimes it's into symbols. It's another tool that you can use to, get out of your head. We like to listen to and be guided by our ego. When you're doing some automatic writing or drawing, you're not listening to your ego. And don't be surprised as to what information, words, and symbols start to come out. That automatic, detached energy, allowing that guidance. And like I said, we've got that infinity symbol here. It's also a symbol of that universal energy. We have that guidance. It's up to us to embrace it. Now obviously, as you can tell, we've got snake eyes here. We've got the double ones. In angel messages, when you start to see that multiple one, the angels are encouraging you to believe in yourself and your abilities. Combine that with the strength, you've got to make it all your own, my friends. All right, on to question 5. What has been hiding deep in the shadows from my tiger eye friends? The 8 of Cups. There is a lot of mystery and unknown. We haven't been open to exploring ourselves, exploring what it is we can truly do. Our ego has thrown up that amazing fear and heartache card, which has caused stagnation and reluctance to understanding who we truly are. The Perseid Meteor Shower is encouraging you to go within, take that time, allow the meteor shower to light up different aspects and parts of yourself that you've been, reluctant to embrace or acknowledge. When we don't embrace who we truly are, we're missing amazing opportunities and growth possibilities. Some pieces can be harder to love than others, but we need to know about them so we can allow them to shift, release, and grow as they need, and most importantly, for our greater good. Then on to question 6. How can my tiger eye friends shed, that one wanted out, more light into their shadow areas to gain more insight from what is hidden from them? So one piece about going into our shadow aspect, into those darker recesses of ourselves, is that the dark can scare us. Having that extra light goes a long way in shedding some light and understanding onto who we are. The 7 of Swords. One of the ways that we're going to find more understanding, shedding that light onto ourselves, is to be brutally honest with ourselves. Our ego, like I said, likes to kind of dictate and control us. It's easier to hear our ego than our intuitive self. Our ego has put in some lovely blocks, fluffy armor to protect us, and I put that in air quotes, protect us from who we are. Because from who we are causes that evolution, that growth, most importantly, that fulfillment that encourages us forward. All those aspects cause fear and anxiety within our ego. Being honest with ourselves about who we are, what we can do, will help to reinforce that foundation. Help us gain that insight, some big aha moments, because we're looking at ourselves as an entire being. Those very high vibrational, loving aspects of self, some of that lower vibrational stuff that we're all carrying, that we'd rather not face. And it's those lower vibrational, harder aspects of self that we need to start to release and let go. Those aspects are ego-driven. As we start to release them, we're able to fill them with that high vibrational, true, authentic self. That true, authentic self will go further, creating more abundance and positive experiences for you. So that honesty goes a long way in trying to embrace who we are and what it is we can truly do. Because many of us, part of this journey inside, is going to find out what it is we can do. We've shut ourselves down, focused in on what we were told was important, rather than what was truly important for us. We need to be honest, cut out that fluffiness, find out who we are. And then to the final question, how can my tiger eye friends balance the light and dark within themselves? Now we're always going to have those aspects and pieces that we're not too sure about. This darkness within ourselves, this unknown, it's vast. Just like how our known aspect of self is pretty large. It's balancing it out. Using those pieces and skills that we may not have really connected in with, those aspects of self that don't feel so societally correct. But when you do tap into them and you are living that authentic self, that's when amazing shifts happen. They have to be those pieces and aspects that are of high vibration, not the low vibration. We want to stay high vibrational so we can gain the support of the universe. We want to use the law of karma to our advantage, not be, broken down by it. And finally, the Ten of Swords. We've experienced, a lot, to say the least. Many of us have been incarnated countless times. We've endured many hardships in this lifetime and past. We can't change what has happened. We can only change how we respond to it, how we respond to ourselves. We can only change us, no one else. Being accountable for our actions, being accountable for ourselves, and living that authentic self will go a long way in raising our vibration, releasing and healing some of these past pains, these experiences, allowing us to further our growth and expand our opportunities, which of course brings in a lot more abundance and fulfillment within our lives. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me today and watching this video. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. There is so much more amazing coming your way, my friends. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss out on any of this amazing insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. And some of those tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my Tiger Eye friends. Hello and welcome, my Sodalite friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full tarot deck here, so you get the most comprehensive and meaningful reading for you. Without further ado, let's see what the Perseid Meteor Shower wants to share. So, of course, we're going to start off on question 1. What wisdom does the universe want to share with my Sodalite friends? The Son of Pentacles, also known as the Knight of Pentacles. The Son of Pentacles talks about that need for working on self, giving yourself that permission, that time, the energy, most importantly, setting those intentions for self, connecting in and understanding self better. When we understand ourselves better, we're more able to live that authentic self or be that authentic person. We have a better understanding of who we are and what we can do. The universe and the Perseid Meteor Shower encourage you to take this time to understand yourself a little bit better and tend to some of those needs that you have right now. Those aspects of healing and connecting in with self. So let's go on to question 2. How can my Sodalite friends better connect with the information that has been shared with them? We go from the Sun to the Daughter, also known as the Page of Swords. Pages are that childlike, innocent energy. They're full of inquisitive, playful energy. And it's that inquisitivity and playfulness that's going to help you understand and connect in better with self. When you're able to ask those hard questions, you uncover the information that you need. Children are not bound by those societal constraints. That is why we have the Daughter of Swords or the Page of Swords. We need that playfulness, that lack of fear or societal impairment that as adults we have. That playful, inquisitive energy will take us further into what the Sun or the Knight wants to share. Both these cards are encouraging a better understanding, the understanding of knowledge of self, and then being grounded within ourselves. Swords are about knowledge. That pentacle is that earthy, grounding energy. When we have better understanding of who we are more able to find stability within it. We understand who we are and what we can do, which gives us that stability. That knowledge helps, give us that ability to grow. When we're stable, that's when we see the most growth within ourselves and our lives. Let's go on to the third question. What energy does the Perseid Meteor Shower wish to share with my Sodalite friends? The 13th card in the Major Arcana, Death. Seems like a funky energy to try and embrace. However, it's an essential one. We're looking at incorporating some new abilities, some skills that we have forgotten we had. We buried them deep within ourselves. We have to release. We need that Death card to help us release some of that preconceived notions, those societal views, those pieces that have been holding us back, those core values that don't help us in any way. There's much that the meteor shower can help us release. The meteor shower sometimes feels like a universal release. It's sharing and shedding information and guidance to us. We need to shed and release that energy, that buildup of information, beliefs, and feelings about self, society, and our well-being that aren't serving us. We can shed them, and Death and those high vibrational beings will transmute it back to an energy that is going to serve us and serve those around us for everyone's greater good. It's part of that cycle system. Just like the cycle of life, a cycle of energy and knowledge. We can't retain everything. We need to release what isn't necessary. And that's exactly the energy that the Perseid Meteor Shower wants to share with you. On to question 4. How can my Sodalite friends better connect with the energies of the Perseid Meteor Shower? The Four of Wands. Releasing is not an easy piece because our ego likes to come in and go, actually, no, that's a bad thing. We need this stuff. It's important somehow. And if I allow you to release everything, you're going to continue to grow and change and evolve, and that's bad in my mind. Your ego loves to resist that shift and change because what your ego thinks is better is that you stay stagnant. It's safer that way. And I put safe in air quotes here. Safe is not always the most optimal point for ourselves. Sometimes we need to stretch and grow, putting ourselves in situations, yes, that we're physically safe, but we're stretching our understanding and our abilities in new and unique ways. And that's exactly what the Four of Wands here is talking about. Fours are a foundational number in tarot. They talk about that need for grounding and stability. The Four of Wands, we've got that passion, that creativity added into it. Between the stability and that passion base, you create this vortex. The Four of Wands is a rite of passage. How we can better embrace this release is to see it as that rite of passage. We're taking that leap of faith. We're going to jump into that vortex. We're going to have that knowledge of self, that better understanding of self, and how we can incorporate it into our everyday. Finding that stability within ourselves rather than our ego or others. The Four of Wands offers us this gateway to understanding who we are. It also adds in that passion element. It's one thing to understand ourselves. It's another thing to connect it into that creativity, that passion center, where you're going to find that fulfillment, that joy. That fulfillment and joy starts to shift your energy from that lower vibrational stagnation of your ego to the higher vibrational abundance of the universe, because we are tapping in to what is fun, what brings us joy, and gets us out of what it is we're releasing, gets us out of that stuck space. And it's a stuck space that causes us that heartache, that pain, and then inevitably will bring in the tower that's going to cause even more heartache and pain. Embracing this insight, this knowledge, taking time for self, and most importantly, releasing what's not working. When you start to release what's not working, you start to find even more insight, even more stability. And this doesn't have to be like a huge leap and bound. Taking small steps will go a long way in releasing it. The meteor shower has been going on for a couple of days. The 12th is that height, the crescendo of the meteor shower. It's going to keep going for the next couple of days after as well. We have the ability to work on this, taking those baby steps this week, helping us to embrace what's going to bring in the fulfillment, and most importantly, that abundance. Let's go on to question 5. What has been hidden deep in the shadows from my Sodalite friends? I like how the daughter has these little orbs of light. Especially with the meteor shower reading, it reminds me of how the meteors just come down, and they're these amazing orbs of light that are descending from the heavens. Now we have the Sun, or the Knight of Cups. We have double knights here. Knights are that adolescent, no fear energy. And we need that no fear energy. Anytime we're looking at going into the shadows, we're looking at your ego bringing in that fear. We need the knight's courage and determination. That nothing's going to touch me energy. And we need to embrace that cup, that holy grail that will light the way. That intuitional and high vibrational energy of love that will radiate the shadows, bringing in aspects and pieces that are going to support and invigorate you, supporting this knowledge base and this foundation that we need. Now the Sun of Cups also adds in another element. We have this passion-based creativity. We also now have its mate, the intuitive-based creativity. You need both aspects to gain understanding and fulfillment from your creative endeavors. When you follow that intuitive energy, you'll be surprised at what wonders will be created, what wonders you will find. And that's very much what the Sun is offering you right now. The Sun will help guide you through that intuitive connection to pieces and aspects that are going to support you in this journey, support you with what it is you want to achieve, lighten and brighten, and start to shed light and start to shed love in areas that hasn't seen that light or love in quite some time. Also gives you that movement forward with your creativity, adding in that fulfillment and that abundance. Now, of course, we have the double knights or the double suns. In tarot, the knight or sun is the 12th card in the minor arcana. Now, when you have that multiple 12, the angels are telling you that this is a time of spiritual growth and awakening. And what's more, you have the ability to manifest your dreams. I just said, the Sun is going to bring you to that abundance through understanding and connection. That abundance and manifestation is very needed right now. Many of us are struggling with those physical aspects of life and self. The Perseid Meteor Shower is trying to support you in creating that foundation and stabilization that you need. That stabilization will come in through those creative endeavors, through that knowledge of self. Now on to the 6th question. How can my Sodalite friends shed even more light into the shadow areas to gain more insight into what's been hidden from them? The Mother of Wands, also known as the Queen of Wands. Probably one of my favorite queens. That said, there's aspects of all the queens that I love. The one piece that I truly enjoy about the Queen of Wands or the Mother of Wands is her self-understanding, her connection in and I don't give a damn energy. In the original card that Pamela Coleman Smith drew, she drew this queen, very stoic, sitting on her throne with her wand and her sunflower in each hand. What's more is that she's not sitting like a normal queen. These cards were drawn in the early 1900s and published in 1910. This queen is sitting like a man with her knees open. That was unheard of in that time. That very passion-based fire energy that challenges people. We need this very determined energy to embrace these aspects, these pieces, whether it's pieces that are hidden within the shadows or the energies and knowledge that is being shared with us. We have the added benefit of these heroic nights. Not to mention that passion center of the Mother or Queen of Wands. We need that passion, that courage, that determination to push us forward. Helps to light up those darker areas. Helps us to gain a better understanding of what's there. When we're passion driven, we're driven by love. And that love is going to take us a lot further than the low vibrations of our ego. So allowing that loving passion energy out and towards ourselves, in towards what we can do and what's been hidden from us. Tapping in, and that creative endeavor is throughout this bottom part of your reading, which is all about those hidden aspects. One of the ways that we can tap in and shed light into some of this darkness is through creativity. Setting that time, giving yourself that energy to take part in those aspects and pieces that bring you joy, that allow you to express your feelings and yourself in a meaningful way. No matter what that looks like for you. It's got to be meaningful for you. Fun for you. This is about you and your growth, not everybody else's. When you tap into that passion, to that creativity, you're going to find different opportunities and possibilities opening up because you're focusing in and working on yourself. We're going to end off on question 7. How can my Sodalite friends balance the light and dark in their lives? Now, we all have both aspects of it, and it's in varying degrees. However, everyone carries that light and dark, that known and unknown part of self. The star. The 17th card in the Major Arcana. It's our hopes and dreams card. This card talks about the need to be focusing in on those meaningful aspects, keeping your eye on the prize. Now, we have to be mindful of the star. Not only is the star our hopes and dreams card, however, it's also a balance card. We can't keep our blinders on and solely focus in on the future, because we'll miss out on today. We'll miss out on these amazing opportunities that are being presented and are open to us. That balance is essential. Just like the balance of light and dark, we have to keep our eye and our head up. So not only are we able to see what's happening and experience what's happening for us right now, we're able to forward plan. We can see that next amazing piece. We can see where we want to go. We're taking that time to experience and enjoy what is around us. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me today and watching this video. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful, and that you're able to gain some insight and direction into what the Perseid Meteor Shower wishes to share with you. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. There is so much more amazing coming your way, my friends. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss out on any of this amazing insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out. Until tomorrow, my Sodalite friends.